Make sure my mic on this time. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Yeah, Joe Bob Tar Heel say he the first one here this time. Yeah, you the first one. What's up? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I know a lot of people not getting my notifications now for whatever reason, but I think we know the reason. I think we all know the reason why my stuff is not being shared to you guys. First, I was a little busty bus. And then now I'm crazy. Now my notifications can't go out. How y'all doing this morning? It's a lot going on, people. It's a lot going on. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. So I got pretty much what I think is an invitation to the Go Along, Get Along gang by Dr. Boyce Watkins. He keeps giving all these analysis of what the Go Along, Get Along gang can do and all this other stuff. He knows all that they're upset. He knows that I need a white man above me. So, Boyce, I got this little thing right here. You know, this like my third eye Geechee, you know, little call button. So I asked some questions about people like you. And I asked when you called me, and I said, should I mess with this dude, Boyce Watkins? Is he attached to something? Or do he want to stand on people's shoulders? Should I go a part of Boyce Watkins' little group? And this was the answer I got. No. And I said, dang. I said, but I thought he was for the black community, and he, you know, he does all these things, and I know he builds everybody up. Doesn't he build everybody up? N-O, no. Oh, he doesn't? Oh, well, he gives the appearance that he does. He goes on shows and he talks powerful. But then he told a white man, he told me I'm dangerous because there's no white man above me. So then I asked, do I need a white man above me? No means no. I mean, Dr. Boyce Watkins said it, so I think he might be right. Do you think he's right? No. Oh, okay. So you basically saying that I probably should stay independent, stay away from Boyce Watkins. You sure I shouldn't go with the Go Along, Get Along gang just so I don't be considered dangerous? Because Dr. Boyce Watkins said I was dangerous. So should I be afraid and go with the Go Along, Get Along gang? No. 1,000 times no. Okay, there it is, Doc. Thanks, but no thanks. Thanks, but no thanks, Doc. Thanks, but no thanks, Doc. Oh man, it's been interesting, man. I just hope y'all can see what's going on. I went from a busty bus that no one would talk about to now my deceased mother has been called the B word. My integrity has been questioned. My sexuality has been questioned. They're cutting clips and stopping videos where I'll do a video of funny glasses and all kinds of stuff making me look gay. I didn't know being gay was a joke, but I never said I was gay because I'm not gay. But I guess that's a joke to people, so cool. But I didn't know that we can joke like that. Now I'm butthurt about being the #1 draft pick. Now I'm just happy I'm famous for a few seconds. But you know what I noticed? And I want to see if anybody else noticed this. I noticed that when I talked about putting coding in every school across America, and hiring the best coding teachers and paying them like you pay athletes and celebrities. I even asked a question. I said, why did you pay me so much to play basketball, but you won't pay teachers the right salary because they're supposed to be teaching what we say in the media is our future. But our future in the Black community, we're reading on a 4th grade reading level. So I was a part of the jokes just to add in the things that I've been adding in. But I noticed, and a lot of other YouTubers have been noticing this, I noticed how they will highlight the things that I'm doing for comic relief. They will downplay what people are saying to me. And almost everybody who speaks on Kwame Brown says that he's attacking people. He's coming at people. This is how they're reporting it about me. Mind you, a light-skinned Becky with the good hair invited me to his penis, said we were joking, and then tried to turn it into boxing. Then a CB4 ass nigga was talking all arrogant like a motherfucking punk, telling me my life was dirt and my whole life was a joke. The whole time, all I'm asking for is an apology because I think he went too far. And that wasn't about basketball. Everybody who reported the story said, oh, he's just mad about his basketball career. A guy who's mad, that's saying nothing on a tractor that nobody heard from in 20 years. You haven't seen me at a basketball game. You haven't seen me doing a motherfucking thing. Is it after 2 minutes? Okay, I'm good. You hadn't seen me do a motherfucking thing. But they still want to give you the impression that somehow everything that's going on is just, I just came up with it because one day I snapped. I'm angry because my daddy a killer, my brother a killer. My brother got life, but he was just at work. I just showed his picture. He was just eating a sub sandwich. Like, it's amazing. It's amazing what they'll say and talk about you when you're saying something that's actually correct. All these activists that are saying they're helping the Black community, you haven't heard them being talked about as much as me. I must be on to something. Or either these activists ain't on to nothing. Either these activists are just getting paid to fly around and give you hope. At least this little busty bus came to YouTube and figured out a way to bring people together by letting people use my video, whether you like it or not, whether you say I ain't shit, whether you say I'm crying about being a bus, you still should be able to buy your baby some Pampers just by using a video. It's amazing. I said, we all need to have trades in schools. I said, I think there's a reason why they took out trades out of schools, because they made everybody chase education, which puts you in debt the moment you graduate. And then you still have to have experience after that. So what you're doing is you're controlling the market. You're controlling people's debt. So the people who can learn 3 trades, I said this, Dr. Boyce, and this is what I'm confused on, Doc. You claim to be so smart and you claim to be a doc. I said a man with 3 trades you cannot control. Is that true or not, Doc? Since everybody want to talk about the funny shit I say, and everybody want to talk about the jokes that I say, there's a lot of shit I ain't joking about, Doc. Now, since you say this is for the educated people, you so educated, Doc. Would coding help our schools? If we pay some of these teachers the money that we pay scientists to figure out nothing, to explore things that they don't cure, what if we paid those scientists to not research those things, and we paid these people and paid our intelligent people to teach coding to our future? We sang these beautiful songs. Don't you know the children are our future? Well, they being left and treated like they not our future. We worried about grown-ups and they punk ass feelings about decisions that they made. How the fuck are black kids our future when they're reading at a 4th grade reading level, Doc? So what am I saying that's so bad, Doc, when I say we need to build our own youth centers and our own communities, and it don't require a guy like you standing on shoulders. All you got to do is do what I did, which is tell the truth. I told Kevin Durant, I told Kyrie Irving, you guys need to make your own YouTube pages and you can combat these guys yourself. And you don't got to be as egregious as I am sometimes and go overboard and curse like I do. You can tell the fans directly, direct to consumer, like Soulja Boy taught us. Not you, Dr. Boyce. Soulja Boy, a guy from the hood that you probably wouldn't let in your 10% because you only want 10% of the people, the smart, the bourgeoisie, the people who got degrees from white folks. So you ain't connected to nothing. There's third eye geechies that's way smarter than you, boys, because they don't got their money in the bank, because they got their own supply of food. So you just talking, boys. You still need white people. That's why you telling them how to take my channel down. But I noticed I ain't seen no video about you telling them how to take them Asian people channel down that was cursing out Charleston White, and they was using the N-word. Oh, boys, those Asian people were using the N-word. They cursed Brother Charleston White out like a dog. They were saying threats to this brother. And I know you so protected over the N-word. So can you make a YouTube video about taking their channel down, Dr. Boyce? I think we need equality of how you spread your bullshit around. Can you please go spread it to something that ain't attacking somebody black? Thank you, Doc. You're a motherfucking shame, Doc. You get paid to leech off of other people that you think you smarter than. You go attack other black males' pages and you dissect what they say, and you use your fake ass education and your influence to sway the people that like you away from the people that may trump you. Boo, bitch. No man can identify with you, Boyce. I speak for the people that you disenfranchise. No, I don't say every word that's eloquent like you. No, I don't make people feel beneath me. If you're not smart, get off my page. It's only for the smart. Only with 10 people. Man, boy, I could tell you ain't been around no athlete. We'd have beat your ass. You don't talk like that to no man. A man don't talk all perfect. It ain't about all that smart shit, motherfucker. I know guys that can build a whole house from ground up and they don't talk perfect English like you, bitch, but they more important to society than you. I know some motherfuckers that's keeping the power grid going, and them motherfuckers chew backer and shoot deer and bite a hog in the ass. They so strong, but they're not going to talk perfect English like you, bitch, but they're more important to society than you, motherfucker. See, it's egotistical, arrogant, some bitches like you that done made people feel less than long enough. There's way more important jobs that have nothing to do with education. I had a motherfucking line to my septic tank bus. You think I needed a loud talking, well, not a loud talking, a fake education soft bitch like you to come deal with that problem? No, I called a motherfucker that was scratching his ass on the way up here, and he had on boots like I had on, motherfucker, and his wife was helping him. And that motherfucker was educated as hell on how to stop shit from flowing through my motherfucking yard. And I appreciated him for that. You punk bitch, Boyce, bitch, you. If you're going to take only 10% of you smart, educated, bourgeois bitches Who gonna step in the shit? Who gonna step in the shit, Doc? Because I ain't taking my ass out there stepping in no shit. See, that's what happened when they teach you goddamn men how to not have men around you. Had you been raised with your daddy, Boyce, your daddy would have slapped you in the back of your motherfucking head and say, hold on, you don't stand on no man's shoulders just because your ass smart and you going about it the educational route. Punk motherfucker, we need guys like you. And punk motherfucker, we need guys that's going to step in the shit. We need guys that's going to handle some shit. We need guys that's going to defend some shit. And you don't look like you up for the task. So you stay your ass over there on that smart side. And we got some geeky motherfuckers on this side that's smart too, bitch. And we ready to stop some shit. So you need to watch your filthy ass mouth when you standing on men's shoulders. And that's why I don't hang with certain men like you. A lot of men like you got to stand on a man's shoulders to make you look better. That's insecurity, Doc. You might need to go see another doc. You got some issues, boy. Fuck, you got to stand. Half of the men in the world are laborers and they're workers. And they're more important to society. They hold the glue together and they don't get no credit for doing it. And then they got to listen to a condescending bitch like you because you say a few nice words to me. Oh, I appreciate the brother, but he had some high school games with him and he need to grow up and all this fake ass shit. Are you crazy? I'm still cool with Charlemagne. He always treated me nice. Well, allegedly he didn't treat that motherfucking girl nice. And didn't you just marry a woman with a daughter? So if Charlemagne treats you nice, then he could treat your daughter not so nice? You don't make no sense, Doc. Saying, man, that didn't make no sense. Turning the key to your house, talking about I've been free or whatever the hell you said. I didn't say you wasn't, sir. More power to you. I hope all of us can be like that. I don't even know what that meant. I ain't never seen no white man turn the key to their house and say, I'm my own man. Nigga, that's normal. Look at the way we are feminized as males. We do normal shit and got to brag and boast like that's something great. You turned the key to your house. Who the fuck else was supposed to turn the goddamn key? I just don't understand this shit no more, man. What you niggas be doing for the internet, it just don't make no sense. Brother, I want all of us to be able to turn the keys to our own houses on our own land. I want you to be able to walk outside like I can and pull your britches down all the way down to your knees or walk outside bucket naked if you want to. Take a piss in the yard and nobody call the police for a decent exposure. I want everybody to be able to do that. Why would you say that in a braggadocious way towards me? I never braggadocious nothing to you. I never said nothing about you. The only thing I asked, which was a fair question, was why did you have Dr. Boyce Watkins up there again after the situation was supposed to be over with? If that wasn't a fair question, you could have just said, I don't feel like answering. I could tell the police I don't answer questions. You could have told me I don't want to answer. But y'all have to do all that y'all doing? I don't get it. I don't get it. Y'all, the way y'all try to always control the narrative instead of listening to what somebody's saying and responding to it. The world have taught y'all to do the dumbest shit in the world. You listen and get emotional and just say what you want to say. None of you have responded to anything I've ever said. You say I'm just mad, I'm just angry. I've asked over and over again, Stephen A., why was you at them colleges, boy? Why was you at them high schools, boy? Has it ever been a bus that you ever done that to? You're a journalist, saying, could you look it up to see if what I'm saying is true? Can you go break down some interviews of how Stephen A. Smith talk about white players compared to they talk about black players and see if I'm just making something up? And then you'll find the ugly truth that the media has been controlling you for a long time, and not just about sports and swaying your opinion of black men. They've been controlling you through elections, your opinion on elections. They've been controlling your opinion of the way black males look. They've been controlling your opinion of the way white males look. They've been controlling your opinion of the way black women look. They've been controlling your opinion on everything. That's why they keep telling you to tell me not to curse. But then the rappers they pay, they tell them to say anything. Tell young black women that you need $50,000 to go on a date. Because they know that's not going to be realistic, because they're going to separate the two from celebrity to non-celebrity. So then you're going to have other black women that's not celebrities saying, well, shit, that bitch worth 50, bitch, I'm at least worth 5. So now we teaching black women to be prostitutes. And we get our celebrities to say this shit, and nobody questions those celebrities. We can say, throw baby, I'm trying to bust all on you. And we can rock to it, put a beat to some nasty shit. And boy, look at here. We'll get to twerking and clapping that ass, and I'll be behind you, shit. The flesh is weak. But I know it's wrong. But you're not going to tell me what the fuck to say when you play shit like that. Sorry, won't work with me. That's why you can't send no effeminate male like Boyce Watkins to say his little innuendos and his little fake smart shit, and then he say the dumbest shit ever. How many of y'all want a white man above y'all? Because Dr. Boyce saying that I'm dangerous because I'm for the people. So are you for the people, Doc? Because you saying you ain't for the people. You ain't dangerous, right, Doc? Because the white folks like you. So white folks don't want a black guy who's smart and for the people, Doc. So you've been talking all this black shit for all those years, Doc. That's what you said. So are you for the people, Doc? Because you can't be for the people if you telling me that the white folks you know mad that I'm for the people. So that means you made a decision already not to be for the people, correct? Or maybe, what are you saying? What did you mean by that, Doc? See, Doc, you the type of person that you teach these black folks that like you to not like another person based on who they are. And that's what's fucking up America. I cannot like somebody, but I can hear the things that they're saying. If the person I don't like say, hey, you need to invest your money in this stock that's just going through the roof, I'm not going to say, oh, what? I don't like you. Don't give me no good advice. Fuck you. Why would you give me good advice that'll probably make me a couple $100,000? Hell no, I don't like you. I don't want your advice. Ew. That's what we teaching people to do. Because you don't like them, don't listen to them. That is the dumbest shit ever. We're not making a smarter nation. We're making a sensitive ass, pussified, weak nation. Because now we can't hear someone else's opinion that we don't like. And an opinion is not a fact. You can't even hear facts no more if it comes from somebody you don't like. Do you know how easy you are to control if you only listen to people you like? You guys just don't realize how you're giving up your freedom. They don't got to take it from us no more. They just tell you what the fuck they want you to hear through who you like. We just push some negative shit through a motherfucker we give $1 million or $2 million to that didn't earn it, that get movie deals after jumping over gates and going to jail for fighting women, that get book deals after pleading to a lesser charge. These are the people who are leading our culture. The people who get ran over in cars, playing CB4, playing tough, shooting in the crowds. These are the people who are leading the black culture. People who pray in the streets, shout and make you got an image that he loved black. But the dark side say here, black. These are the people leading our culture. And we wonder why our culture is fucked up. We are so busy chasing who we like. They studied us. They know we don't read. That's why it's okay for black males to read at a 4th grade reading level. And we talking about everything else on popular mainstream news except that. That's why so many people coming at Kwame. That's why so many people want to distract me and bring a group of people that like them and try to take away and dumb down the message that I'm saying about why I don't like them. Because these people got pretty names in front of them. They got doctors, they got PhDs. And so I believe they know this shit I'm saying is true. And I'm trying to figure out why the fuck they not saying the same shit. And I don't have none of those degrees. Maybe it's because, like Dr. Boyce Watkins said, they would get angry. They need somebody that can control a black man or get him back in line. They can't call me. So is that why you've been reaching out to me so hard, Dr. Boyce? Because you got a lot of black people liking you. And we know all we need is a nigga that sound like he giving a sermon. And we need an educated nigga that ain't intimidating and ain't going to challenge a woman and ain't going to challenge men and ain't going to say a motherfucking thing against nothing. He going to stay middle of the road to make sure he's in a safe space so everybody like him. That don't move or change nothing, Doc. So what's up, Doc? You and I both know what you doing ain't gonna move and change nothing. But it'll make you some money though, Doc. Cause you know them little black boys need to look up to somebody, don't they, Doc? And as long as they look up to you, you'll still be relevant and get a check, won't you, Doc? See, you want to stand on little kids' shoulders by making yourself seem so smart, telling them you only want 10%, separating the room, because you know those slave tactics. You know most black folks love their oppressor. So that's why you talk down to them. Look at the way all you go along, get along gang motherfuckers talk. All of you sound the same. You're very disrespectful. You separate the room by your education as if that moved the power grid or anything in real life. If these men you talk about, the men that ain't in your 90%, if those men stop working for a week, Doc, you wouldn't even be able to get on the internet. Look how arrogant you sound. Look how arrogant Jack sounded. Look how arrogant Matt Barnes sounded. Nobody I ever grew up with invited a man to their penis. Look what he did. Most dudes from the hood know that you ain't supposed, that's a violation. Look how he talked. Look how y'all group talk. Look at Charlemagne. Charlemagne said he was trying to help me. If Charlemagne was connected to us black folks, to us people, would you help somebody by going on a syndicated radio station, by saying their father, their brother, and all these people are savage murderers by beating women to death with axes and all this other stuff? That's how you help a black man in the United States of America. You hear the way they talk. But see, it don't matter to y'all the way they talk to y'all. You still got that slave mentality. See, if somebody challenge you and talk to you right, talk to you like they're supposed to, like the adult that you are, like the man that you are, like the woman that you are. And so what comes with being a woman or a man, it comes responsibility. It comes accountability. So when we talk to you with that accountability and respect, a lot of you don't want to hear it. So you'd rather hear a guy like Boyce, soft mushbread ass nigga that's just gonna stay down the middle of everything. That's just gonna wait for somebody else to jump out there boldly and do something, and then you come with your weak weasel terms, trying to play nice but be a condescending bitch at the same time to take away from the message. And I notice you only do that with black people. I've never seen you in a debate with Ben Shapiro. I've never seen you compete with white people. We all know in any competition, we are men. We compete. Why are you only competing in a pool of black men? If you want to get to the top, you're going to have to compete with white men and Asian men, the men that are leading and dominating our society. Why are you so afraid to compete with white people, Doc? That's all I keep hearing for the last 2 weeks is you keep talking about black men. And then when somebody stand up to you and talk back to you, now I'm the one tearing down black men. When every picture on YouTube, when you Google my name and you Google Dr. Boyce Watkins, all you got to do is say Kwame Brown, Dr. Boyce, your picture all of a sudden has been right next to my picture for the last 2 to 3 weeks. I wonder if that's a coincidence or not, Doc. See, I've been saying I'm a third eye Geechee, and I think that's been ruffling a lot of feathers. See, us Geechees ain't like men like you, Doc. We not going to let no white man be above us, Doc. They knew that 20 years ago, and now they know it now. They already knew it. They was just hoping y'all would stop listening. But y'all been listening, and they scared than a motherfucker. Yeah. Geechees don't let men stand on their shoulders, black or white or whatever color. We like to live in peace. We like to stand alone, but we group together now. But if you don't fuck with a Geechee, we don't fuck with you. We ain't the nigga that's talking about we shooters in the streets. No, we the nigga that's just looking at you like, please leave me alone. Please, before I had to. That's how we are. Just please. That's all we are. But I can see why people will give us the angry tag, because what we do in response is normally better than what you did to start it. So I get it. I get it. What we do after you fuck up with us is normally way better than what you did when you started fucking with us. That's why we just ask, can you just please leave us the fuck alone? And that's why I'm asking, can you please leave me the fuck alone? I ain't bothering nobody. And I think everybody see that. I'm not bothering anyone. I'm just telling the truth that these doctors, some of these leaders, they're going to sway the narrative because they know what I'm saying is true. And it'll put a lot of these race hustlers out of business if they put coding in every school and teach these young kids that's been having computers and laptops in front of them their entire life since they came out the womb. If those kids learn coding, they can build their own video games. If those kids learn coding, they can build their own apps. There will be 10-year-old black kids building video games for black kids, and they know it. That's why we're not teaching them nothing that can change the world. We teaching them shit that can fuck up the world. Why are we not teaching trades in school anymore? It's a known fact. Company policy can't fire a man with 3 trades. We not free no more, people. Go look at y'all company policy at y'all job. Honestly, go tell your bosses, let me see the company policy one more time. And take your time. Don't look at the salary that they paid you. Take your time. If you got to take it to your lawyer, go read that company policy line by line. And you'll see here in America, through company policy, you're not free anymore. You'll see that even YouTube has company policy, and we're not free to say what we want to say anymore. But if we put a beat to it, put a nice little jingle, a rap song, as long as you're not talking about certain groups and certain people, and you keep it pointed towards the N word and the H word and the B word, and make sure it's directed towards the Black community. And when you talk about the Draco, make sure that Draco is pointed at somebody Black. And when you grouping up and you hurting people, make sure the group is hurting Black people, and make sure all the destruction and everything is aimed towards Black men. And make sure we tell these Black women to stay out in the clubs and be in the streets, because being a mama and sprinkle that mama cooking on your daughters and your son, somebody trying to control you if they tell you to stay home. Be out there popping that ass, catching STDs and being with the rappers. That's the music we listen to. But then they try to tell me how to talk. Doc, you talked about me saying the N word on YouTube, Doc. I ain't never heard you contest WAP. I ain't never heard you contest throat babies. I ain't never heard you contest all these songs that's promoting the violence and the killing of young Black males. These Black kids have come up with a lingo to disrespect the dead in songs. And Doc, I haven't heard you say one thing about that. But you so worried about the N word on KwameHBrown's page that I must be stopped. I must be taken down. Because KwameHBrown saying the N word, he got to be stopped. That's a moral standard for saying the N word. But we'll pay every rapper multi-millions to say it to the children. Come on, Doc. Come on now, Doc. We see you, Doc. At least I see you. I see you, Doc. I don't care nothing about that doctorate degree. I care about your morals, your character, your respect. Doc, y'all easy. All they got to do is give you niggas a mic. All you need is one mic, one mic. I see you, Doc. And see, Doc, I'm getting better by the day. I ain't drinking as many sodas, Doc. Yeah. Yeah, Doc. My God, what they gonna do now? They ain't stopped looking at him yet. Shout out to Ace Hood. I like that passion in his song. Boy, I've been on that trip. Boy, when I get tired and I don't feel like working out, I'm just getting back into my groove of working out. But boy, when you put that goddamn Ace Hood on, my God, what it gonna do now? When he talking about that rent and all that shit, boy, look at here. That shit make you hit that, nigga, fuck that rent shit. We gonna get it, nigga. Boy, look at here. Shout out to Ace Hood, boy. That's what I'm talking about. You can tell that boy been through something. He connected to something. Moist, you ain't connected to nothing. You heard what that man created. You heard them songs he created. Go get it. That's what these kids need to hear, Doc. Not that bullshit you talking about. Go get it. A kid can hear that, and in any circumstance, that's like a tribal call. Go get it. And we definitely go get it. You know what I'm saying, Doc? Them kids need to hear strength. Not that weak ass shit you talking about some white man need to be over somebody. Fuck all that. That been happening for how many hundreds of years? And they've been putting little soft niggas like you in place to tell us we can't do it. We just can only be educated. That's the only way we can do it. So all the little boys with great skills and great minds, you don't want to tap in and induce things out of them. You want to put your set of rules and your bullshit onto them, huh? Everybody not gonna learn your way, Doc. There's a bunch of different type of men, and they're all valuable, Doc. Some of these motherfuckers are soldiers. They warriors, Doc. And you need soldiers and warriors, Doc. Some of these soldiers are misguided, and they pointing that drink on at their own kind. But what if they had some hope, Doc? What if they had some inspiration, Doc? And what if a condescending motherfucker like you stop standing on their shoulders and go back and teach them, Doc? And don't charge them nothing to do it, Doc, because you love black people. That should be a 3 or 4 hour of your regimen, of your day, going back and giving these kids the game that you got. But nah, you ain't gonna do that. You ain't gonna do that. You're not gonna do that, Doc. Y'all gonna point at another black man who's saying things positive, who came into YouTube, tell everybody they can do it. Tell everybody I did it from an iPhone 8. Tell everybody let's eat off this one page and let's bring and build youth centers in the community. Let's bring trade schools and coding to the community. Let's use these opportunity zones with all this money in it that they're saying for black people, and let's hold these people accountable. If they're going to donate $90 million to Black Lives Matter, they can donate it to the individual neighborhoods, direct to consumer, kind of like Soulja Boy taught us years ago. That's probably why they call him crazy too. We don't have to go through these bigger companies and all this other shit. Set up your own companies in your own neighborhoods. You go apply for the loans. But that sounds like I hate people. That sounds like I'm attacking black folks. That sounds like I just can't handle fame. That to me, what I said, it just sounds like I'm just crazy. That what I said just sound violent. No, that what I said gonna put you bourgeoisie niggas out of a job. That what I said gonna give people hope and show them can't nobody stand on your shoulders. That what I said gonna let people know you are somebody, you important. And if you don't got to get it through no college degree, you can get it through work. There's truck drivers that make 6 figures, Dr. Boyce. And they're independent, free men. Some of them listen to you while they're in their truck. Some of them probably invest their money with you, and they need to learn to save it and invest in the land and the infrastructure. Invest in you a tiny home. Invest in you a trailer that you can go get a used trailer for $5,000, put it on a piece of land and get a 3-bedroom trailer, get you $1,100 a month, get you some residual income coming in from that. You don't need no doctor for that. You don't need to give somebody your money to make some money. You don't need to be famous, Jack. You don't need to have a bunch of friends. You don't need to be accepted in a group. You need you. You need your family. You need your woman to have your back and stop working so hard for that white man and spend them 60, 70 hours working with you at home. And that way your kids can get some of that mama's cooking, and your mama and your daddy or your boyfriend and your girlfriend or whatever y'all doing, but let it be a unit. Nah, but they're going to give the woman a degree and have her working 16-hour shifts at a hospital. And they're going to get a man a degree and have him working 12-hour shifts overnight. And now they're making a lot of money, but the kids mad than a motherfucker. They growing up in the suburbs, but the kids don't know mama or they don't know daddy. But they thinking they did something good because they sent them to a school around white folks and they learned how to talk like this. And little Becky done got a degree, and we named them a name that can get them a job on the application, but they ain't connected to nothing. We've traded the connection with our kids for money. We've traded that father's connection with his kids to bickering over money. All of our great granddaddies and granddaddies had multiple kids. And grandma used to let their little ass come over. We didn't adopt that white people spirit, and not all, but that white people spirit that made you fight. We understood that the kids were innocent. And although Bubba Joe, Billy Jack, whatever you called him, Papa, although he was slinging that thing around and making mistakes, he was a good man. He took care of all them kids, if allowed. He took care of all them kids, and he taught them all how to be men and women, if allowed. I know when Papa Joe was taking care of them kids and we wasn't listening to white folks, and we let Papa Joe raise all 17 of his kids. And we knew grandma went out and did her little thing every now and again. She just ain't get pregnant. But Papa Joe was slinging that thing, and he just couldn't help. Every time he was on that moonshine, you know, he had a lot of love to give, and he gave it. And I'm not saying it's right, but y'all granddaddies were still good men. And y'all out here judging men the way y'all judging them. Y'all out here making these kids angry at men because you won't get out the way, because you know that your granddaddy was just like the man your ass like. There's a Papa Joe in the nigga you fell in love with. And he's slinging that thing, and you can't get over that thing, and you not letting him see his damn kids. And that's destroying them. You can make it about money. You can make it about whatever else, but that ain't got shit to do with that kid. While y'all going to court, let him see his baby. My mama never told me my daddy was like that until I was old enough and started hearing things, and I was old enough to handle it. She sat me down, and she didn't tell me no gory detail. Charlemagne told me that. Thanks, Charlemagne, you bitch. We got to stop taking our marching orders from white folks. Look at how we was raised and what was working. What was working? It wasn't no education that was working. The more educated we get, the more fucked up our neighborhoods. Think about it. The more educated we've gotten, the more fucked up our neighborhoods have become. They're not neighborhoods anymore. They're hoods. Little babies getting shot, dancing for their mamas on TikTok. We so violent amongst each other. We allowed them to pass an Asian bill after a white person attacked the Asians. But an Asian just attacked a black boy with a sledgehammer and shot him. And we ain't got no black bill yet. Women, I don't think y'all understand how powerful y'all are. I think y'all do when white folks tell y'all what to go get mad at. But women, I suggest you use that black power you got right now. Because us men, we ain't woke up yet. But women, if you want us to have a black bill that protect these black boys, I think now is the time you say something. If you ladies get upset, they'll pass the bill tomorrow. You guys spend all the money. You make all the money. If you guys stop spending money, you will shut the world down. So that's why they listen to what you say. If you want us to have a bill to protect our black boys, to help our black boys read better, ladies, all you have to do is say, give it to us now. Tell me if I lied, ladies. Tell me the thing that y'all didn't ask for that y'all didn't get. It's a racist country, but these white men still giving y'all some money somehow, some reason. Who just gave y'all a couple billion, $1 million? Was it Goldman Sachs? Who just gave y'all all this money? I hope y'all help us build these reason centers with all this money they're giving y'all. Don't go do what they think you gonna do. Because what they think you gonna do and what we've proven to do is we spend that money right back with companies that we don't own. We go buy hair We go by lashes. We go by noses. We go by cheekbones. We go by lips. We go by asses. We go by titties. All of that is white and Asian. It's just stimulating the economy. Can we go by youth centers now? Can we go by some of the best coding teachers ever and put them in every urban neighborhood now? Can we go do that, black ladies? Y'all got the juice now. Let's stop blaming it on men about anything. Y'all got the juice. Trust me. If you ladies want coding in every school, you ladies are educated. Go look up the numbers of what coding do. Go look up Zuckerberg and his background. Go look up Bill Gates and his background. Go look up all these successful people and look at the things that they did, the path that they took to be successful. And ladies, ask yourself, why is that not being taught to your son and your daughter? Ladies, I don't care if you got a man in the house or not. I do. I think your boys need a male influence. Let me rephrase that. But at least when your little kid go to school, they could be learning something that's actually beneficial and not learning about goddamn Christopher Columbus and not learning that all about the white man kicking them in the ass all day. Because ain't no white man kicking these black boys in the ass. It's this mental brainwashing shit that's kicking them in the ass. So why don't we forego that dumb shit for a little while? That ain't working. Why don't ladies, listen to me, ladies. I'm asking. Don't get mad. I'm asking, ladies, because I think you have the power to do this. So come in. Let me ask you a question. You're not above a question, are you? Because I know y'all above a lot of shit. God damn. But at least let me ask you a question, please, ladies. It's my belief, ladies, that if you guys ask for the best teachers, because y'all probably know them. Shit, y'all probably was in sororities with them. What all that shit y'all be doing? All this shit. Y'all probably in sororities with some sisters that know how to code. There's probably some black brothers that know how to code. I don't know how many, but it don't have to be a color. But what I'm asking, ladies, is why can't we look at these numbers and say what can directly help our community is coding and trades for these males that don't want to sit still in these seats, that y'all letting these white teachers tell y'all they have behavioral problems and letting these kids get on all these drugs when these little boys want to use their hands. They want to fix shit. They can learn that smart shit later. But when they little, they definitely want to be interactive learning. Doesn't Google do this already for adults? Your little son should not be sitting in no seat trying to behave like a female. You know how hard it is to do that shit for a little boy with testosterone? We want to break some shit and then fix it back. But y'all want to take that away from us because you don't think we want to do that? That's in our nature. I want to walk through a puddle. I want to take my goddamn pamper off and just walk around the house and sling that motherfucker. All your little boys did the same thing. Ladies, I'm going to ask you this. When you had a son, all your little boys did one thing you did not understand. Anytime you took his pamper off, or anytime he had a little breathing room in his pamper, what did that little boy do? Did he not stick his hand down there and trying to figure out what the hell is this? A little motherfucker eye rolling back in his head. He just, can't even live and think of what the, oh shit. Yeah, that's power, right? What the? And y'all couldn't understand it, could you? Y'all be popping a little hand. Get your little hand, you little nasty. No, he ain't nasty. He figuring something out. See, that's in our nature. You guys are stopping males' nature. And then we're not fostering that males are different than females. It may work for sitting little girls in a school desk and they can learn, yes, ma'am, yes, ma'am, trying to be the smartest little wittiest motherfucker in the room. But when you make boys do that, they can't be men amongst men doing that shit around men. They get hurt. Men don't want to hear no man trying to outwit them and challenge them like that. We're going to kick his ass. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, shit, I'm out of water. I got another one. I'm just saying. We have to start separating the two. We have to start looking at the scientific difference between males, little boys and little girls, and we have to educate accordingly. When I was in the league, they did these. They gave little tests, and they tested your liver enzymes, and they took your blood. They learned about your individual body, so they knew what to feed you for your body type. If they're gonna do that to play sports, why are we not doing that to educate? We have to have specific education for the different type of kid. Every kid is not the intellectual that's going to go to college. There's kids that can look at something without a manual and put it together. There's other kids that have to take time to read the manual, then they know how to put it together. Which one is smarter? If the end goal is to have this thing put together and done right, if a guy that can just look at it and do it, he's just as smart as the guy that has to take the time to read the directions. Some could say that he's more time and cost efficient because he got it done without reading the manual. There also could be an argument that is made that some of the guys that don't take the time to read the steps can't do it. But what I'm saying is there are some people that can just look. I was in school with some guys that the math teacher hated. The math teacher would give this kid a 0 because he would look at the problem and he would go, oh shit. And he would just write the answers down. And man, lo and behold, that pissed the teacher off. She would think he was cheating. So she put him to the front of the class one time. He did the same thing. This little joker I swear, I'm not lying. This little joker used to go to sleep in class. I don't know if he was bored. I don't know what was going on. He would go to sleep in math class. She would think she had him. Oh, pop quiz, pop quiz. It's like she was targeting this guy or something. She would make him move to the front of the class, give the pop quiz. This little joker would wake up. We'd have 25 questions. I swear the dude would be done in 7 minutes. It would take me longer to do my test because I'm just trying to see the theatrics. I'll be looking up like, what he gonna do now? Yeah, but we had a pop quiz. I know the nigga would sleep. He gonna get an F. That motherfucker. He'd slide the paper over and go back to fucking sleep. I used to be like, what? I'm like, oh, hell no. So I'm like, hold on, let me do my test. I got to beat him now because I'm doing everything right. I was a little jealous at first. I'm like, I'm doing everything right. I'm studying it. I'm showing my work. How many times y'all got in trouble for not showing your work? I said, fuck, I'm going to show my work. I'm going to get him. So it took me goddamn the whole time to finish my test. And I ain't get 1 or 2 done because my ass had to show all that goddamn work. So I couldn't finish my test. And she still counted that shit against me, a problem I didn't get to because it was a time pop quiz. Motherfucker. But anyway, I think they do that shit to fail these kids. But anyway, long story short, this kid, she graded his paper in front of the class because she was so mad at him. She graded this kid's paper in front of the class. This boy did not miss 1 fucking question. He was finished in 7 minutes back sleep. She was so mad, she woke him up. You got to do this test over again. You didn't show your work. And And this little boy was looking like, but I got the right answer. And she was like, well, how did you get the answer? He was like, I just knew the answer. She ended up making this kid so frustrated because he wouldn't conform and he wouldn't be what she wanted him to be and what she needed him to be. So much so they wrote this kid up and sent him to the office. By the time this kid finished, he ended up going to prison because they marked this kid as a behavioral problem because they sent him to the alternative school because they made this kid angry. He did not know how to write out all the steps. He was frustrated and pissed off because he felt it slowed him down. He felt it made him like everybody else, and he didn't think like everybody else. And that's what they're doing to your kids in school. You don't have to slow a kid down to make other kids feel better. If this kid went to the front of the class, which he did, and he got the same answer, Obviously, he's on a different wavelength than you, lady. And he shouldn't have to show his work because he showed you the answer. He gave you the result you was asking for. We got to get back to teaching our own kids. We got to get back to the numbers. Black women, you are the strongest thing on the planet right now. Everybody's paying attention to what you guys want. What do you guys want? It's time you guys sit down and tell us what you want. Because what I think you can do, what I think you ladies can do would be life-changing. I think you ladies can demand coding in every school. I think you ladies can stop listening to these politicians, stop grouping up and just look at the numbers. I know you're afraid of this group. There's a big go along, get along gang in the woman's realm because somebody told women to stay on code. And no matter if the code is destroying the community, they're supposed to still somehow stay on code. Y'all talking about this blue line wall of silence. There's a fucking on code wall of silence. That's the worst thing for our community. You ladies need to get off code. And let's get on the right track of your sons are losing. Your daughters ain't winning either, but your sons are definitely losing. We need to bring coding into these schools. And that way young men don't have to sell their soul to get $1. They don't have to become that rapper that talk about the destruction of their community for $1. Because y'all don't have nothing for your sons. You got black girl magic, you got programs. Your little girl, they got everything for a black woman and they deserve it. But it's time we get something for these boys. They're the ones' bodies getting laid out on these streets every night. They become successful and still have to worry about getting shot by their own kind. And the police. If we're saying the police is hunting black folk, we got to worry about the police and our own kind more than the police. They're not hunting black girls in the street. So it's time we give some boys some assistance, ladies. And y'all can do it with the stop of a swipe. If they know y'all gonna stop doing this, that's why they do anything y'all say. That's why they point y'all at any movement to get y'all to destroy it, because they gonna listen to what y'all say. Ladies, we need coding. We need trade schools. Your boys will be very happy. We need to change the way they teach your boys in school. They don't need to be sitting down in no desk all day with all that testosterone. They need to be jumping off shit. They need to be running. They need to be learning with Legos and building blocks. They need to do the wiggle wiggle. They need interactive learning. You have the computers already. You have the lasers where you can show, you can bring these little boys up and let them run up to the screen or let them run up to the thing and draw the answer. They'll love that. They'll feel so happy when they accomplish something and have everybody clapping for them when they get the answer right. You wouldn't have to do your participation trophies. You'd be building that morale and that character since knee high to a grasshopper. But y'all know that already. It don't take no dumbass busted bust to tell you this. You don't want these goddamn kids to learn nothing. You want people to need y'all. We have a government that has a healthy need to need people to need them. Ladies, while y'all have been screaming black girl magic and they've been tapping into your ego, think about this, ladies. You've had one or two sons right over there watching you, not watching them. You had one or two sons right over there watching you, praising his sister and not paying him no attention. Probably every time you talk to him, you're probably yelling at him because you didn't understand that testosterone is different than your estrogen. Mama's cooking is a very, very essential and important ingredient in these kids' life. Are you giving it to them? Or are you at work all day? I know I gotta work. I gotta provide for them. I gotta do. Man, kids don't care about that. Kids don't care about that. We want you. I was a child in that situation. We want you. We don't want your money. You give us a syrup sandwich. Give us a syrup sandwich and a kiss on the forehead. We happy than a motherfucker. You can feed a kid caviar and give them no love, and they gonna hate your motherfucking ass. You can feed a kid steak and lobster every day and don't give them no love, and they gonna hate your motherfucking ass. They don't need that. That's not a requirement. It's great. It makes you feel better. It's good, healthy food. But the best food you're not giving them is that love that mama's cooking. See, Dr. Boyce, you'll never have a real conversation like this because you just the old run-of-the-mill yes man that talking about you need a white daddy above somebody. See, it's real things that we can do, which is go back to listening to our elders. A lot of shit that's going on now, you and I both know none of the elders will agree with this shit. But company policy made your punk ass bend, didn't it, Boyce? Well, you probably don't have a job. You probably work on YouTube, but you know what you can't and can't say. That's why everybody coming at me, guys. That's why everybody got my name on their mouth. I went from a bus that was crazy, don't know nothing, to now economics majors, and they're trying to attach me to a group. They're trying to take an opinion of something I said and exacerbate it into something bigger. Opinion is not a fact. But what's a fact is that coding will improve these kids' future. And y'all won't talk none of the facts I say. Trade schools will improve these kids' future. Every parent should be demanding coding and trading in these schools. These kids can't read. Look up the numbers of black males, black young boys. It's a 4th grade reading level. So don't be shocked. Throw some money at it in the media. Well, they always throw money at it, and that hadn't worked. It's time that they show us that they're going to hire the best teachers in the business and put them in these neighborhoods, the best, and pay them a salary like the best, so that more teachers would want to come and do their job, which is prepare these children for their future. It should be 6-figure salaries all around for coding teachers and trade school teachers, because that's important. And it should be a requirement for these young boys before they graduate to pick out 2 trades at the minimum. I suggest they learn 3, but it should be 2 minimum. Not an elective of Spanish, because hell, I took Spanish and passed como estas, me bien, motherfucker, I forgot all that shit. I don't speak no goddamn Spanish. I'm American, I'm gonna speak American. I'm gonna speak English, rather. So fuck that teaching them Spanish as an elective. Teach them a trade. That would help better. The numbers are better by saying the average person that you take from the trailer park, from the ghetto, all the way up to corporate level, if he learns 2 trades, is more beneficial by the numbers than learning another language, learning Spanish. Tell me when I lied, Doc. And no, and you're not, I'm not limiting these kids to trades. What I'm saying is, imagine that football player that wants to go to college and he wants to make it to the NFL. Imagine if that boy learned 2 trades along the way. Now he grows into a man, he blow his knee out playing college football. Okay, now he don't have to go back home and be some guy who missed the limelight and have to go out and do something stupid and go to jail. That's happening to a lot of these young boys. He has 2 trades. He can go back home and use his celebrity from the college that he went to, from the high school that he went to, understand that he only hurt himself and people respect him. He's valuable because he knows 2 trades. He starts his own business. He used his network from college on back to his hometown, and now he has a successful, own, sustainable business of his own. He's still a success. He's still a benefit to society. But when these guys don't have nothing to fall back on, they fall back on bad habits. Everybody's not made for college. We need to have options for people who are not made for college. But those kids who are just trying to go to get to the NFL or the NBA or the MLB, they need to have options to fall back on. But y'all know that already. Y'all just want to make it seem like y'all care. You want to dump money into these school systems to pay these unions. And that's it. Y'all don't care about results. The results for the last 10 years, you can look them up. They're atrocious. And you've been throwing money into it for the last 10 years, and it's still been atrocious. So it's time that somebody bring attention to, it was better when we had trades in school. There were young men that didn't want to go to college, that just went out and learned to trade, and they some bad motherfuckers. They got wife, they got kids, they got property, and they don't need you. You don't like those type of men, do you? You don't? Okay. We'll just keep the type of men you like. Men that just shave all their facial hair, have no integrity, soften their voice up and talk like this, and then say whatever it is you need to say to get them in line. You don't want men that know they're valuable in the room, do you? Especially not black men. You don't want black men to be able to come in the room strong and firm and make a deal with you based on his skill and his integrity and not his color and where he come from, huh? That's why all y'all keep talking about where these black athletes come from, what they do. You highlight what they do a lot, as if they don't do that on the other side. A black male get in trouble with a woman, rape case, not rape. Let me not use that word. Sorry, assault case against a woman or a domestic violence case against a woman. Black man got to go on a world tour, apologize to the whole mama, everybody. He looked at it like a scumbag, a letdown to his whole race. White boy could do the same offense. It's over with. A few years later, he's still known as a great quarterback, Ben Roethlisberger, allegedly. He's still known as a great quarterback. Y'all don't even bring it up. He's not doxxed by what he do, allegedly twice. But every black man, whatever issue he ever done, it got to stay with him. Jay Cutler was an intelligent quarterback. No matter how many interceptions his ass threw in Chicago, no matter how many games he looked like, I don't even want to be in this motherfucker. I want to drink me a beer and smoke a blunt. No matter how many games he looked like he wasn't interested, he was still so intelligent. But a black quarterback, he better be perfect every second of every game. He don't need to run. He don't need to be athletic. He don't need to be nothing. But they got a white guy in Buffalo that run the ball like that. And boy, y'all praise the hell out of him, boy. Run, go, boy. He's so athletic. He can throw. He the best thing since cheese and sliced bread. I'm starting to think, and one of my homeboys said this. He said, you know why they attacked Michael Vick like that? He said Michael Vick wasn't even home or a part of that situation with those dogs. But they attacked Michael Vick because they knew that there was a wave of black quarterbacks that was that fast, that was that strong, and that was that accurate with the football, because Michael Vick was getting better at throwing at the same time. And he was so dominating and electrifying. How many white quarterbacks could have came behind if we had 5 Michael Vicks in the draft? If we had 5 Russell Wilsons. Now, we don't all need to talk like Russell, but Michael Vick came from that. See, we can dox everybody that come from that. Michael Vick come from that. And he was raising a generation of people that can understand that they can come from that. Y'all got to start protecting people like that. He had every black boy in Virginia knowing they can be a quarterback, knowing they smart enough. If he can do it, I can do it. If his brother can do it, I can do it. And what did they do? What did they do? Was there any evidence of Michael Vick? I don't know, was it? I thought allegedly he wasn't home. Instead of people understanding and seeing what's going on and the reason why they dox black men, I keep bringing up that Cam Newton situation because I just remember as a child playing football. I played Little League. They used to call me the body snatcher. Go look me up on Little League. Yeah, body snatcher. All right, that shit sound tough. But I used to make a good bunch of tackles, but it's on Little League, so let me pipe down a little bit. But I just like that name back in the day. I got it. I don't know where I got it from, but I just remember that those men taught us respect. I remember Gutler, Coach Gutler, Coach Ballhead. I remember them, Lawrence, all these different coaches. When I see them chastise young boys on the other side of the field, we all needed that. We was some bad little motherfuckers. We was smelling our little mustard. You know, Mama was gone at times when she was working, and we was bad. And my mom was one of those moms that allowed coaches and men, hey, I know my son need a male discipline. If he get his ass out of line, you can tighten his ass up. So I knew how to act because I got my face mask snatched to the ground and say, boy, you ain't gonna disrespect me like that. And I was like, oh shit. And when I ran to Mama and told her and that shit ain't work, I'm like, okay, well then I better listen. I better listen. And that's where all these goddamn little kids need, because we think we some bad motherfuckers until somebody show us. And we need to be shown that, you know. Little dogs go up to the big dogs and nip on them until the big dogs say, goddamn, all right now, all right. They turn a little side until they go, oh, God damn it, stop. And then they learn how far to go. They come with a little more respect next time. And that's what's going on now. We got a lot of little kids that ain't got that face mask jacked up. And so that situation with Cam Newton, it just resonated with me because I've seen coaches do that on the field. When that little young boy feeling himself, he get too arrogant, coaches jack his ass up, get him back in line. He cry. Young man understand he was wrong, do his little punishment, come back. He's a better, well-behaved kid at the next practice. He learned from his bad behavior. The kid with Cam Newton, the way never learned from his bad behavior. So whether he would become a great football player or not, he fucked up here already. Look at the way he talked to a guy he could have learned from. Look at the way he talked to a guy that represents something bigger than himself. Cam Newton represent the guy who was able to play the game as a quarterback that they wouldn't let black males do. This boy got to be doing something right. He got to be great. Do you know what it takes and what kind of pressure he dealing with to even be able to play that position in that game? And you gonna bring your little black ass up there and talk to him like that? Y'all male coaches that was out there, y'all dead ass wrong. One of y'all should have protected Cam and jacked his little ass up. Because see, Cam can't do it because we done pussified society where everybody would have been able to sue Cam. So we got grown ass niggas that's rich that you wonder why the baby keeps slapping motherfuckers upside their goddamn head, because he's still a man. You guys want to make everybody some pussies that make money. No, that's our job to make money. That's every male's job to make money. When they tack on that thing called a celebrity, you guys allow people to have the worst behavior towards these people. That's why I don't want you to call me a celebrity, because you ain't gonna get no celebrity reaction out of me. You come up with love, I give you love. You come up with disrespect, I give you disrespect. So don't say I'm rude if you say fuck me and I say fuck you. That's what you should expect of me. Y'all want these basketball players to not be able to say fuck you back. Y'all want them to be role models because you want them to be better than what you are to your own motherfucking kid. I ain't gonna be your role model. I'll be the role model to a kid by letting them know you could be a full-bodied man. You're not no punching bag just because they call you a name. They want to teach you how to be bullied as an adult. Fuck that. You lead with respect and you'll get it in return. You put that negative energy out there, you'll get negative energy back in return. That go male, female, identify with whatever. Energy matters. I need to make that into a shirt. Energy matters. You come up to me with energy, and you're going to get that energy back. Energy matters. Fuck your feelings. Fuck your gender. Fuck your identity. Fuck all of that. Respect is key, and it's due to a dog. Y'all motherfuckers respect dogs more than y'all respect people. Y'all laugh when somebody get kicked in the ass on World Star. When a dude gets shot, you pull a phone out. What would happen if you watch somebody shoot a dog? Preferably a white poodle. You motherfuckers will be crying all over the world, fake humanitarian motherfuckers. You care about dogs and animals more than you do people. Now, let me get off here because you're going to make me mad. Disgusting motherfuckers always worried about what I say when I know it's the truth. You can watch a black man get pummeled in the goddamn street, kicked all in the head, and it'll make you motherfuckers laugh. If somebody tie a poodle to the chain and stomp the shit out that goddamn little white poodle, you motherfuckers will be crying and acting like that person is the worst person in the world. So who's really crazy? Who's really the one crazy? Y'all have a nice day.